So maybe we can just start today, talking about this issue of seeking knowledge. If really we want to go down this path, scholars are the inheritors of the prophets. Is that right? So there's nobody more noble to inherit from than the prophets and messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are the greatest human beings that were chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because He knew them to be the best. And He chose them to send down to Him the most important mission, more important than any profession, more important than any duty that can be fulfilled in this life. But now Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the last and final messenger, is gone. And he didn't leave behind any dinar or any dirham. He didn't leave behind any gold or silver or money or anything. He left behind knowledge. So the scholars are the ones who inherit from those prophets and messengers. So going down this path is choosing something very noble and righteous. But at the same time, a person has to be clear in their goals and what they believe the reason for going down this path is. So number one, when we seek knowledge first and foremost for ourselves. So the scholars said that the process is, number one, you seek knowledge. Number two, you act upon that knowledge. Al-ilm yaqtadi al-amal. Knowledge necessitates action. Because everything that you know will be either hujja lak or alik. Will be either evidence for you or against you on the Day of Judgment. Everything we know, because some people maybe on the Day of Judgment will be able to use as an excuse. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this specific issue I didn't know. The knowledge never reached me about this issue. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may accept it as an excuse. But we know that in general, that cannot be our main excuse. I'm ignorant, I didn't know. No, you have to seek knowledge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you all the faculties. As He mentioned in the Quran, that He gave us a mind and eyes and ears. So those are for what? Those are to go and learn, and those are to go and discover the truth and to receive the message in the proper way. But once you have that knowledge now is a double-edged sword. Meaning, you can use it to do something good or it can harm you. Because perhaps someone who reads the Quran and the Quran is cursing him. Is that right? Because whenever you read in the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the curse of Allah is upon these people, then you go and you do that thing. And that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves these people, then you don't do that thing. So it's a very dangerous burden and responsibility that lies on us as believers, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent this amana of the message of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam upon all of us. After him, it's our duty to learn and it's our duty to convey and to inform in the best way possible. And of course, you cannot invite and you cannot convey and you cannot give a message if you don't have any knowledge about it. That's why in Islam it's not allowed for you actually to talk about an issue that you don't know anything about. But the issue that you should talk about and you must talk about is something that you know about. And at the same time, we cannot use it as an excuse that we don't want to know and we don't know, and ignorance is bliss. We will just remain ignorant and we will avoid the responsibility. The responsibility is there whether we like it or not. So when we choose